on, you guys? It is your girl Arleesia Rheenay here, and I'm back with another video. Thank you so much for clicking on this. First and foremost, let's go ahead and get this out the way. If you are not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell that's next to it so that you are notified every single time I upload a new video. Today, as you see by the title, we are doing brows. I have not done a brow routine on here in a while, and yes, my brow routine has changed. But I haven't done one in a while, and I thought, why not come on here and show you guys a new routine using the Morphe Supreme Brow Kit. This is something that is completely new to me. I was walking through Ulta and getting the Chanel tint, water tint thing, which I made a video for that, so if you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. I was walking through purchasing that, and then I seen this, and if you know me, I try to find all tips and tricks to make these brows look good. So I was like, yes, we have to get this. So if that is something that you would like to see, just make sure you stay around, and yeah, let's get in the video. So this is a 5-piece artist brow kit, and I got it in the color Java, and that is the color that I typically get when I buy my brow pencil from Morphe anyway. So it said it includes a Supreme Brow Sculpting and Shaping Wax in Clear, which is amazing because I did something on TikTok where I compared the e.l.f. and the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow shape and wax thing, and yeah, go check that out if you haven't seen that. So that's cute, and that's something I definitely want to get into. It also says it comes with a M620 Supreme Brow Dual-Ended Eyebrow Brush, a Micro Brow Pencil in Java, Brow Powder in Java, and Brow Cream in Java. Okay, so this should be fun. This should be fun. All right, so let's open her up. This is how it comes. I wonder, I was seeing if they gave like step by step as like what they recommend you should do first, but I do not see that. I do not see that. So let's open up the package here. So first reaction, I wish they would have had this in like a little black bag or something, like something other than tissue paper. I mean, that's just me. I wish it was better packaged on the inside than just tissue paper, but whatever. It was 25 bucks and it is retailed at a value of 35 bucks, so $10 savings, which is good. We love a savings. We love a savings. Can we just get into the clear lip gloss? Like, I haven't worn clear lip gloss since like 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. Like, that's taking me way back, y'all. Way back. But I was looking through my drawers and like, put this on, you know? I'll put this on. Okay, so what I would typically do for my typical eyebrow routine is I would go ahead and use the wax part first, which is this here. And this here is called, from Morphe, this is the Clear Supreme Brow Sculpting and Shaping Wax. So I'm going to use this first, but my only hiccup with using this is, like, you know how e.l.f. and Anastasia Beverly Hills, they come with a like spatula on one end, or double-ended spoolie. A spatula was on one end and the spoolie was on the other. This does not come with that. It comes with this brush here. So let me go ahead and open. It comes with this here, and this is the brush, and it has like literally, it has a brush on one end and then a spoolie on the other. So I'm just trying to figure out how exactly, you know, we're supposed to put this on. I'm going to assume that they want us to use the spoolie end of it and then use the brush bristle part to like smooth it up. I don't know, but that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of it with the spoolie part. I'm just taking that much, nothing too much, and I'm just gonna use it. So first thought of the wax part, it's not like hard to use. First things first, let's go with that. It's pretty easy to put on. The one thing that I have been recognizing with the different type of waxes are the fact that some of them just kind of take forever to dry, if they do dry, and then some of them don't dry. So I am going to see how this works as far as drying down. If it's difficult, if it's easy. Yeah. Before I let it dry, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with the brush part here and kind of smooth it up, because that is what I would do with the spatula end after I apply the other waxes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same. All right, so I'm gonna try and let that dry for 5 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna come back and hopefully the gel, wax, whatever will be dried down. So I'm back. It has been a little bit over 5 minutes because I kind of lost track of time and got on TikTok. No, it's been about 10 minutes now, and they seem to be pretty tacky. So I'm gonna go with it. So as far as outlining my brows, they gave us two options. They gave us the pencil, and then they gave us here the brow cream. I think I'm gonna actually do the pencil because that is typically what I do, and then I will use the brow cream to make my straighter lines in the front. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the powder to do a little bit on the ends. I told y'all I'm new to having all of these steps for my eyebrows, so I'm just winging it here. But I do typically go ahead and with the pencil to outline my brows. So at this point, I was finding it extremely difficult to use the pencil, and I've had this problem before using the e.l.f. wax. It's just something about the wax and trying to use the pencil to outline your brows that is like super duper frustrating and hard. And I'm again assuming that it's the wax that's, you know, stopping the pigment of the pencil from showing up on the skin. But yeah, this is like a common issue. Of course, after I line, I always take the spoolie in and I just kind of clean it up so it's not like a dark, harsh line there. The wax is making it really difficult. Really difficult to use the pencil, so I don't know. But I'm gonna go in with this double-ended brush here that I can't even tell you where I got it from because I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the double-ended brush here and just fill in a little bit using the cream. So the key to filling in your brows is to use stroke-like motions. For me, I like a little bit of a bushier eyebrow, so I use a thicker brush. But if you like something a little bit more clean and neater looking, then I would say go for a taper brush. But whatever brush you use, just make sure you use the stroke-like motion so that it resembles hair. We can totally see the difference between just lined and filled in a little bit inlined. Now, honestly, if you wanted to, you could just kind of stop right here and just take your spoolie and, oops, wrong end. You could take your spoolie and fade out the front part because you don't want it to be too dark, and then just give your brows a slight curvature just like that and keep it moving, because the nice like messy brow look is in. I will go with that on certain days, and other days I like my brow to look like how we used to wear it, super, you know, clean, neat, and I'm gonna show you that on both ends. So this part I'll leave, you know, nice and messy, you know, and then this side here I'll go ahead and make it nice and clean and nice and sharp. It's just crazy how, like, you know, your eyebrows evolve, the way you draw them on, the way you do your makeup. It's just crazy how everything just like evolves with time. And you know, one minute we would be so obsessed with one way, and then the next minute is like, oh God, no, I can never wear that. Like, just like back in the day when they used to have like literally just a line for our eyebrows. Like, I was not part of that era. I grew up seeing that. And I still do see that from some of my family members that do that style, and it just, and other people just in general. But yeah, no, you could not and would not catch me doing that. Like, that's not it. So this one here, I'm doing a little bit darker because, like I said, I'm gonna just go in and I'm gonna do this one as the neat, super uniformed one. So I'm doing a little bit more coloring in on this eye here. And when I do it super neat like this, I always am switching back and forth between my cream or the pencil, whichever one I'm using, and the spoolie. I am constantly going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just because I want to perfect how the eyebrow looks. Okay, so here's the difference between the eyebrows. This one here, you can see a lot more strokes. You just really see a kind of bushy, natural looking eyebrow. On this side here, I completely, you know, colored it, tried to fade it out in the front as much as possible to give me that super clean looking eyebrow. Now, to assist with this side here, as far as going with the clean, I am going to take me some concealer, which is my skin tone. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in a Set and Finish, and this one here is in Deep Cinnamon. This is my jam. I love her. She's amazing. And I will take that and I will go ahead and clean up the top and the bottom. Now, for the bushier, natural looking side, I will not clean up the top. I will clean up the bottom, but I will not clean up the top. So let me show you that. And that is how I do that. So I will leave the top just regular, and I will only do the bottom. Now for the other side, I will go ahead and carve out the top and the bottom. So, and I always start with my bottom only because if you are new here, I was a bad little girl when I was younger, and I cut off this eyebrow. I think it was it this one? I think it was this one, and it grew in lower than this brow. So as you can see, this brow here is always kind of lower, so I do the bottoms first, and then to make it look uniform with the other side, I just go ahead and take some off the top on this side here. Because I, you know, wanted to get my eyebrows waxed like my cousin, and I honestly did not need to. I had like okay eyebrows. I just was like, oh well, I get my nails done already, I get my feet done already, and I want to get my eyebrows waxed like my cousin. And my mom's like, no, you don't need them waxed, leave them alone. Like, I barely kind of had much of anything anyway, but I didn't listen, and I said, okay, well, you don't want me to wax them, then I'll go ahead and take care of them myself, because I see my mom taking care of hers herself. And yeah, me taking care of them myself resulted in me cutting one completely off. Well, I actually messed it up, and then I was like, oh, this looks stupid, I might as well just cut it all off. What in the world made me think that? I don't know. I don't know who, what, when, where, and why, you know, would I do such a thing, because that literally just did not make any sense at all, to just cut off the whole entire eyebrow. Like, Arleesia, what? Who thought that that would be a good idea? Like, I don't know. Young me. I think I was like, how old was I? I definitely was, I had to be like maybe 11, 12. It was before I actually got like really into my looks and making sure my nails was done and all that stuff like that. Like, I would go because obviously my mom would take me. And she'd be like, come on, we gotta go get our nails done, blase, blase. And I'm like, ah. But, now I look back and I'm like, Arleesia, why? Why did you do that? Because honestly, my brows could probably take me all of 5 minutes to do. But because I had this issue, and I kind of perfected it a little bit, but because I had the issue of them being, you know, not symmetrical, yeah, it gives me a hard time. So that is the brow. So as you see, this one here is super uniform, super just, you know. And then this one here is very natural, very bushy, giving very natural brow. So that's how we like it. But we can't leave it just like that, because we did use a concealer, and you can't just leave the concealer like that. So I then go in with my translucent powder, which I talked about on the Chanel video. So if you have not watched that video, go ahead and check that one out. And we're gonna go ahead and just put some of this translucent powder on the areas where we put the concealer. So I'm gonna go back in with that same brush that I put the concealer, because y'all, I'm not dirtying up multiple brushes. Like, I can't. It takes forever to clean them, and I don't have, no. So I just go in with that and take it and put it all over where I put the concealer. Pretty sure I'm getting white stuff all on my shirt. Oh my god. Yo, this clear lip gloss is popping now. Like, I'm not mad at it at all. I am not mad at it. I got powder all over my shirt and my eye. Okay, so that is the finished product there. I will say I do like how the brows came out. Honestly, I like both styles, but as of like today and me not really going anywhere, just doing a couple of videos and stuff, I would do this brow here, nice and natural, and nothing too over the top for me, which would be this side here. This is more when I do a full face and, you know, have a whole bunch of makeup on, foundation, all of that stuff like that. Now time for the review. The kit itself, I will grade honestly, I would have to give the kit itself a 8 out of 10. And the 2 points, or the thing that is making it miss the 2 point, is the spatula. For some reason, I love the spatula portion of, you know, the wax, using the spatula with the wax. The brush here was not bad, but it's something about that metal of the spatula and it just gliding against your face. To me, it really keeps it in place, because the spatula is not pushing anything off, you know, of your eyebrows. I feel like the brush here is kind of collecting some of the wax when you put it on, so it's just taking it off. But the spatula, I feel like just, I don't know, like my brows are stuck in place after using the spatula. So that's why I give it a 8 out of 10. Things separately, the pencil, the Java pencil, 10 out of 10. I love this thing. I use it, you know, all the time. Between this one and another one, I use this all the time, so definitely a 10 out of 10. The cream, the Java Brow Cream, I would give this a 10 out of 10. It's not bad. It's a really nice consistency. A little bit definitely goes a long way, so I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. Now, I did not use the powder only because I don't know where I would get use out of a powder for the way that I do my brows, so I can't grade this obviously because I didn't use it. And then last but not least, the wax. I would have to give it also an 8 out of 10. I'm not gonna say that, how can I put this? It's a good gel. It's definitely really nice. It is hands down better than the e.l.f. one. The e.l.f. one I absolutely did not like at all. But I will say that the like sticking power, if that makes sense, like the shaping and molding power of the wax is not there. Like, I see why Anastasia Beverly Hills charges $26 for theirs, because I'm obsessed with that one. It literally, you put it on, you use that spatula, honey, girlfriend dries in maybe 2-3 minutes. You're not sitting there waiting. I waited 10 minutes for this one and it still was not completely dried and stuck into place. Like, it did what it needed to do, but yeah, so I would have to give this one an 8. So that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys are subscribed and follow me on my social channels. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. Do you think you're gonna go ahead and purchase this brow kit? Do you think it'll make your life a little bit easier? Let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I am beautiful.